Thank you so much, Adam. I appreciate it. How's everyone doing? How are we feeling? I hope chat is doing good. We're continuing the Broato challenge today. When we last left off yesterday, we were at a streak of 5. We were at a streak of 5 with Engineer being next, which is honestly not a great place for me to stop because I'm not good at Engineer, but we're gonna hop right in. And yeah, I don't know. I would have liked to continue yesterday because I was kind of in the zone when I ended, but needed to pick up my girlfriend from her appointment. But NG isn't as terrible as the first 5 characters, so this is still an okay place to be at. We just gotta focus. We gotta find some good stuff, like the floor 1. Engineering's fine. Engineering is the second best thing we can find. I was hoping for what's it called? I was hoping for not engineering, harvesting, but that's fine too. We can ban some stuff. We can buy some screwdrivers. One very nice thing about Engineer is that screwdrivers are dirt cheap, so it's actually very, very easy to deck yourself out at the start of the game. I'm definitely gonna want that. It's very easy to deck yourself out at the start of the game. Like, we just got 5 on stage 1. So yeah, good stuff, good stuff. And screwdrivers being the weapon of choice here for Engineer because they're his only starting weapon that scales off of Engineering, and Engineering is the only damage stat that he gains a bonus off. Now, you can go wrenches and try and do a full turret build, but from my experience, that's pretty inconsistent and has a lot of trouble killing the first elite fight. So I don't like it too much personally, but I'm just saying you can do that. Like, it's an option. It's not a terrible option. I like screwdrivers better personally. They take care of 2 problems that Engineer has. First of all, like I said, their own damage scales with Engineering, which means you can actually beef up your melee damage, which means you're not going to get hit. You're not going to get caught in a tough place as much. And second of all, I find mines vastly superior to dealing with large groups of enemies, which I think NG struggles a lot more with, as opposed to mini bosses. Wow, that is an insane find at wave 3. Okay, run's looking good, I gotta say. Run is looking pretty good already. Let's keep up the momentum. Let's find 2 engineering every stage, and I'm fine with that. There's my first bit of harvesting, my second bit of harvesting. I'm not a huge fan of the dog moth, but I don't really want to ban it either. Ooh. Okay, hold up. We are going hard here. Holy shit. Ooh, that's a good one too. As is the duct tape. Excited to pick up the new Resident Evil tomorrow. Yo, sick. I didn't even know there was a new Resident Evil coming out. Or has that been out for a while? I don't know. When was release date for that? Man, I really shouldn't try and farm this guy with such little time on the clock, but the reward is so juicy. Oh, we got a bit out of that. At fairly low risk. Ooh. Come on. I think I didn't get him. That sucks. Melee, you can do that, but you only get half the melee. Same for damage. Also, damage notably doesn't affect your landmines. I don't know. I want to find something better here. Like 6 match HP or 10 luck. I'm gonna take 10 luck because we're at the start of the game. Nope. Ooh, 8 harvesting. Come to pop up. Streamers have it today. Comes out tomorrow. I see. Streamer privilege, SMH. I'm gonna buy the Broato mine later. I do not need the Broato mine right now to clear these waves, so I can buy it next wave. And the luck could, like, legitimately do shit. And that allowed us to buy the Scar as well, which is 20% more XP, which is also definitely a lot better here on wave 5 than the Broato mine would have been. Because like I said, we're gonna have 0 issues clearing this wave. NG's early game really isn't the problem. NG's biggest problem is like wave 11 to 14, I would say. like the first horde / elite up to the second horde / elite. Now we're lucky here because we're getting a wave 11 horde, and hordes are definitely a lot better for mines than mid bosses. So we got some good RNG here, and we got some good RNG in general because our loadout is already pretty nuts, and we're about to pick up a Broato mine. So, you know, oh, and that mine just conveniently killed a bunch of shit too. This is okay. This is pretty good. Oh, we already have 31 engineering. I think I'm gonna go with max HP. Good stuff. Good stuff. Whistle. I think I'm done picking up luck. I want something better than the Shady Persian. Just get 60 screwdrivers. I mean, it's not terrible advice. We don't even need that much. How much do you need? You need 8 to make a red, right? And 6 times 8 is 48. We don't even need 60. We only need 48. Easy, right? Not a problem at all. No, it's fine. We're looking good so far. Gonna want some survivability. We already have 31 engineering, so our mines are gonna be doing some pretty good damage for a while here. So now we gotta think of not dying. 6 dodge helps with not dying, I gotta say. 6 max HP or 2 armor also helps, but on the other end there's 4 engineering. I can't say no to purple engineering. That seems kind of insane. This seems fine. Coral is okay. Like, we're not gonna be... We're gonna have stretches where we don't move. Coral is definitely a lot better if you're playing wrenches. So I'm not gonna take it here. I'm definitely gonna buy a turret. That is just very good. Don't think I care about these. Don't think I care about that. Okay, wave 7. We're doing good so far. Although the game really doesn't pick up before wave 9 anyway. Everything up until then is just the warm-up. Speaking of warm-up, I should have done the warm-up run off stream before I went live. I'm thinking about it now. I don't know why I didn't. Auto mine is great. Like, I talked about this yesterday, but the pets upgrade really did wonders for a lot of characters, where there's pretty much a perfect pet for most characters that exist now, and especially the ones that have been struggling. And Broato mine scaling off of engineering obviously makes him great for NG, and he drops additional mines too, and shoots at stuff that gets close to us. 3 armor. Pocket Factory is solid with this character. I want the Gentle Alien first. We're gonna take the Pocket Factory. Finding a tree now, or like 5, would be nice. Definitely want a small fish with this guy, because I'm pretty sure that also affects the mines. Look at all these mines there. So many of them. It was not a good spawn point for a tree after picking up a Pocket Factory. Like, that turret is not going to do a whole lot, but you don't look a gifted horse in the mouth, I guess. Gonna need some trees and maybe a lumberjack shirt as well. Just goes hand in hand with the Pocket Factory, both of those. Ooh, 42, 12 speed. Hard to say no to that. Frozen Heart, not that great. Bit more luck. Ooh, Barnacle. That is crazy good. Unfortunately, only after wave 9. Would have been nice to have that Barnacle before wave 9. but it's okay. I'm also not gonna play games here with farming spiders and shit like that. Not with Engineer. Engineer just isn't safe enough, in my opinion, for that. Although the mines are gonna be great against all the little assholes that this wave spawns, so that's neat. One's looking solid. Oh, of course you spawned with 5 seconds left. I think I got this though. Nice. Nope. Actually, yeah. Attack speed doesn't affect the missile fire. This is pretty good. 2 engineering, 12 damage, 10 luck. I really would like to find some more survivability. 6 dodge is fine. 4 engineering? Sure, can't say no to that. Dangerous bunny is great. Barnacle is fantastic. Another dangerous bunny is great. Garden isn't really affected by engineering, but my structures do spawn close together, so that garden is going to be spawning in the center of the stage, which is pretty good for me. I think I want snail. Definitely want alien magic. I'm having some troubles finding some screwdrivers here, and we could really use some more high-tier screwdrivers, because they are going to be pretty useful against that horde wave at wave 12. I said wave 11 earlier. I think it's wave 12. First we gotta make it there, of course. Wave 12 horde, I always talk about how tough a wave 12 horde is actually because of the sniping dudes. But NG actually one of the few characters who really does not give a fuck about a wave 12 horde, because most of those snipers are just going to be dying to my mines anyway, unless I get Omega unlucky. But I'll make sure they die to my mines is what I'm trying to say. Did I hear the whistle sound here? I didn't hear the whistling. That's a bit awkward. I'm engineer. I should be in the center of the stage more. Lumberjack shirt is nice. I am not taking Weird Ghost. I am taking 4 armor. I am taking 12 dodge or 12 max HP. Probably max HP. There's another metal. Wow, I'm gonna buy everything. That's a good job. There's another screwdriver. Sure. Wait, chainsaw. Scales off of engineering and physical strength and lifesteal. Deals 10% of an enemy's current health as bonus damage. That seems pretty good. Cooldown is 1.84 seconds every 30 shots. That seems pretty good. I've never tested chainsaw. I realize that a 5 streak is maybe not the time to do the science, but that seems pretty good. We're gonna buy that. That, I mean, 1% for bosses also. The bonus damage is really good against these elites. Hello. Wanna say hi? Oh, hold up, chat. We have a visitor. Here. Oh, good. Look at that shirt. You're turning the wrong way. You want to show your tattoo, or you want to wait until it's like more healed? It's your choice. It's your tattoo. I did. Look at yo. She had an appointment yesterday. It's still a bit red, of course, because you know. And there's like folie. There's like a thing on it. A wrapper on it. Yeah. Thank you. Oh snap! It's huge. Yeah, that I get that a lot. Thank you. Yeah, it looks really good, actually. It's really good. And I like the shirt too. It's very fitting for her. So, how are you? Other than absolutely cooked. She didn't sleep very well yesterday because her arm hurt like a bitch. Does it still hurt? He said moderately. It's still like sensitive. Why do you know all these English words and I don't? Hello, what's happening? When did we switch roles? I'm struggling for words today. I don't know. Had a bit of a demanding day at work. I'm just gonna blame it at that. Yep. Okay, bye bye. You wanna say bye, chat? She's going. Okay. Bye bye. Bye. Alligator. Yeah. Bye. Okay, where were we? I think we just held a monologue, or I held a monologue on why I'm going to buy the chainsaw in the next shop. I do appreciate how the structures spawn close together for this character, but every time I do like a deep run with him with the wrenches, I also feel like that's his biggest flaw. Because you're pretty much forced to stay in a small little area where your structures are, because otherwise you're just gonna be really easy to kill. I don't know. I mean, every time I play engineer, I go on about how I don't like wrenches, but I really just feel like wrenches are a trap. Maybe it has to do with my playstyle. I don't know. I've seen people swear by wrenches, but for me, it's always been the screwdrivers personally. I just think they're much better. And the nice thing about the chainsaw is that it's gonna scale off of lifesteal as well, so I'm gonna have a reason to take that. I guess we're gonna take baby elephant. I don't usually have the luck to make this thing worthwhile, but 8 damage at a 25% rate whenever I pick up a material, that's pretty good. Take another fertilizer. Take 8 melee damage. Oh, right. And I guess we're gonna take the cyber ball too. I mean, it's the same 8 damage at a random chance whenever enemy dies. It's not terrible. Good thing I have a few free rerolls in every shop. I'll take the mastery just to get my melee damage back into the positive. But yeah, this is the horde wave. This is the wave that I need to win, and then I'm actually going to feel pretty good about my odds of winning. I just took 10 damage when I took a hit to the face by a cursed enemy, so I'm feeling pretty good about my odds, to be honest. I just got hit by a cursed enemy again. Ironically, by one of the snipers that I boasted that this character doesn't fear. Uh-oh. Save me, bot! Okay, that was scary for like 5 seconds, and then it was fine again. I don't want statue. I do want heart 3. And I guess I'm gonna take lifesteal over HP regen. Hey, Wesker. I'll take the mastery just to get my melee damage out of the negative. I really don't care. Ah, I do care about luck. I have 2 things now that scale their damage with luck, so. I'll take a fruit basket. And a cute monkey. That's a good one. How are you doing, Wesker? Hope you're having a good day. Horde wave do have a tendency, obviously, to burn through a lot of your your mines, and then you're left with none at some point, and it gets a lot harder. Now that the horde wave is over, I'm gonna have full access to mines over the course of the entire wave again, and that's pretty neat. Oh, that's a chainsaw making that sound. It has an own sound effect. Actual motor sounds on that chainsaw. It's doing well though, I gotta say. I mean, bonus damage on anything is nice. I maintain that Giant's Belt is definitely one of the very best items in the entire game. And Greek Fire when you can get it to do something. New Resident Evil tomorrow. I have already been informed. I had no idea. As per usual. 5 engineering is nice. Okay, we're about to fight a boss. And I'm feeling pretty good about our odds. Do I want to cap my speed at 14? Not really, but the 8 engineering is kind of nutty, and the 80 range as well, and the 80 HP regen. 14 speed is plenty for the average character. I'm just going to take that. Okay, this should be actually pretty easy. I was wrong. I mean, it's not hard, but I don't appear to be killing that guy. I'm not exactly dying, but neither is he. Luckily, in case of a stalemate, I win. Because I get to move on after the timer hits 0. Actually, I might be able to do this. I forgot that for some reason, I don't know if I just like don't read it properly, but I always feel like the second half of the health bar depletes a lot faster than the first half in this game. I don't know. Maybe I just can't tell where like the first half of the HP bar is, but yeah. Night goggles are not great. I don't really care about crit rate nor range, and I really want to keep my HP in my armor, so I'm gonna sell that. Wandering Bot is okay. I capped my speed, so 12 speed is not usable, so we're just gonna get 12 dodge. Mouse. Cooldown 1 second, cooldown 0.57 seconds, so we don't really want ball and chain. Big fan of that mouse though. Big fan of a second baby gecko. Fan of a cyber ball. I basically never take luck. But somehow a lot of luck made it onto this build. Or at least I don't take that much luck. I've come around on luck again now that I've been playing for a while again. It's a solid stat, but not to the point where I usually go for the luck damaging items on non-luck characters. But on this run, it kind of fit. I mean, it's a bit of extra damage. That's really what Engineer is looking for. You know, by the time enemies reach you, you want to have done so much damage by virtue of mines and your other stuff that your screwdrivers are enough to murder them. So yeah, this just, it just works. It works. And I do have some newfound respect for the chainsaw. It just works. Famous Todd Howard quote. I'm sorry. I do not know who Todd Howard is. Or at least I'm blanking right now. Help me out here. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I know who that is. Who's old Skyrim like 20 times. Okay. He said that on stage it became a legendary meme. Alright. Memed on accident. Achievement unlocked. To be fair, like the other day, while we were doing Isaac, I was talking about, you know, how Isaac has had a player retention that's insane, right? And like I pulled up Isaac stats and I was like, look at this, there's like 25k people playing the game right now, which is insane for a 10-year-old player, a 10-year-old single player game. And like it was pointed out to me in the YouTube comments that apparently Skyrim had a similar run. I had no idea, so I looked it up, and lo and behold, that day that I checked, Skyrim at the time had 28k active players. I didn't actually know that Skyrim actually had such longevity. It makes sense based on what I know about it, but I legit had no idea. Ooh, explosion damage is nice. 4 armor is nice. 27 luck is also tempting, but I'm gonna go for the armor. Really all I need at this point to win. When I replayed New Vegas, I had to have like 3 mods to make it stop crashing. It just works with like 40 mods on top of it to make it work. I remember way back, like 10 years ago or so, when my chat made me play Dark Souls. I also had to install some mod for the game to run better. The Skyrim, like, do you actually need outside help to run that game? It seems kind of insane to release something like that and never fix it, and just rely on the community to fix it. Another baby elephant. Guys, I don't think I'm dying this run anymore. I think this one is over. Alright. That's an okay boss. You can get shotgunned by this guy pretty easily and take a buttload of damage, but I have so much armor that I really don't think this guy can threaten me either. Especially since there's a blow up like 7 mines in his face. Yeah, I mean, I did get shotgunned there because I didn't really make it much of an effort to dodge, and I barely took any damage, and I'm already back to full almost, so. And we have the chainsaw with its 6 bonus damage. Uh-oh. And you die? Uh-oh. Jesus. It's a classic NG though, like just struggling so hard to kill bosses. But oh my god. Nice. Oh boy. Oh boy. Do we go double chainsaw or do we go red chainsaw? I don't think it's gonna get a damage bonus from that. I think we're gonna go double chainsaw to get damage bonus from 2 melee weapons instead of 1. That should make the boss a lot easier too. That flaming turret is definitely gonna help too. Okay, I'm gonna fatten this guy up. Actually, he's gonna die to like turrets and mines, but yep, he died. Shit. I tried. One day, I'll actually fatten that guy enough to the point where I get a shitload of materials from him. But today was not that day. Too much AoE. I could still die to the final bosses here, just based on what I've seen on that last on that last wave with the elite. So it's apparently not a one run yet, but it's looking pretty good. And worst case scenario, I can actually just keep running at some point and probably be pretty fine. I have no issues killing mobs. Oh my god, and a fairy? Yeah, I definitely can't die now. If I just decide to run, if I wanted to do that, I could do it pretty easily. But I don't want to do it. I want to actually kill a nerd. Within chance to one-shot the target when hitting it. Well, that would significantly increase my chances of killing the guy. It's the classic Ricochet when you're on a mostly melee build. Now, Ricochet does actually affect turrets, but I don't have any good ones, so that wouldn't really help. Alright, we got some good mines onto the Kraken there. Getting some good mines onto Sharkman here as well. Actually, I shouldn't call this guy Sharkman. Sharkman is the mid-boss. Gotta keep my terminology straight. Anyway, good wave, good stage. Good run! Also, the tracker is up again, as you see. I'm still not hosting it myself. I told my friend about how the tracker is down, and he was like, he wants to try and host it himself one more time. It's also a learning experience for him, right? So yeah, I'm fine with it. But yeah, right now it's running. Morning again, Probs. Another great day for mail. When you're gonna bring me mine, though? All right, chat. Time for Curious, the character that everyone seems to hate, except for me. Landmines. Okay. Bag, huge, instant bag for Curious. Okay. I don't know, I think Curious is a very simple character. This is also one that I always explain every time we're playing this character, but basically the way he works is he wants to not take any duplicate items. He just wants to take fresh items every time because taking duplicates is boring, doesn't fulfill his curiosity. And he gets a bonus to his XP gain for every item, every different item he has, but he loses massive amounts of damage every time he picks a repeat item. So you want to not take repeat items. Basically, you just gotta, you want to lean really hard into his passive. That's really all there is to it. And you can't take duplicate weapons and just combine them, right? Like if I have 2 level 1 medical guns, I'm gonna lose damage. But if I just combine them, now I'm only holding 1 medical gun, so I'm not losing damage. I'm also not gonna take a second bag, even though it's a really good item for this guy. You really don't want to take duplicates. Scar is phenomenal. Anything that boosts XP is just insane for this guy. But as per usual, I want to use the first few stages to deck myself out in weapons. I personally like to go the ranged weapon route with this guy. I think melee is a bit better, honestly, because it makes it easier to kill the loot aliens more consistently, because it's easier to attack who you want with melee. But I'm just a huge sucker for ranged weapons, so I'm more comfortable using it. And I've had pretty good success with this character running ranged. So despite thinking melee is better, you know, I'm starting with so many melee characters, I just want to play a ranged character every once in a while. Curious, the lover of green plus signs. Yeah, that's pretty much what this character comes down to, right? You see an item, if there's a green plus next to it with a happy face, you take it. And if there's a frowny face with a red minus sign next to it, then you don't take it. Like, that is literally the Curious strategy. I still need to find weapons though. I want to deck myself out with 6 guns for the maximum bonus if I can help it. Do I think potatoes are naturally curious? Well, they do stay buried in the ground if nobody comes and gets them out, so I would say no. This is probably the exception potato. A rare, curious potati. Got a shredder. Would like to pick up an SMG for my last one for a bit of single target damage. But obviously I'm just gonna take them as they come. Oh, also Curious gets a guaranteed 2 loot aliens per stage at least, and every time you kill a loot alien, all the ones for the rest of the run get more HP. Green plus, green plus. Move speed. Crit rate. Attack speed. Actually, I should have taken harvesting. Green plus. I can merge these revolvers and not get the penalty. Green plus. Okay, I'm not gonna take a melee damage item just because there's a green plus sign next to it. And the nice thing about Curious is also that you can take these one-offs. I want a grenade launcher over a blunderbuss, I think. Yeah, get a bit more AoE. And we can take the medical gun. There's a minus sign next to it, but we can just merge it with the other level 2 we have. Blunderbuss is another gun, but the gun bonus is only range, and I think we get enough range off of 5. And the explosive from the grenade launcher also scales with the shredder. So, you know, that's pretty good. Also, if I look at my secondary stats at this point, you can also see that we have a 52% bonus in XP gain already. And that's just crazy. Like, we're gonna get so many stats from our level ups. Would have still preferred an SMG, but we're still holding a revolver, which I'm honestly not a big fan of. I don't think it's a good weapon. So if we find an SMG, we can always ditch the revolver. Four chests on this stage. And we have a bag. So that's 60 materials alone from these chests. That's got a minus sign, so we're gonna ban that. That's got a plus sign, but it is melee damage. But I mean, it's also 2 max HP. I'm gonna take it. That's good. We've already had that, so we're gonna ban that. Ooh, sick. It's a level 2 shredder. We already have a level 1. Can I sell this for 9? For 6, okay. But we can just sell the level 2, the level 1 and replace it with the level 2. This is honestly nice. We've got 2 explosive weapons for crowd control. We've got a bunch of good single target stuff. It's really just a revolver that's kind of sticking out like a sore thumb for me, but I think you can clearly see that we're doing pretty well here. I'd be down for a loot worm. I seem to have a bit of trouble picking up the materials, especially since I want to be chasing after these loot aliens the entire time. Loot worm could also take care of the trees for me. Loot worm would be a really good find. Max HP would also be a really good find. 3. I'll take lifesteal. Peacock. Don't care about that. I don't want to spend too much money now. Well, that's gonna catch up with Chad after this wave. Cute monkey. It's minus range damage. I like the effect though. Nope. Yes, I don't have that somehow. Thought I saw that earlier. I'm gonna take armor. I need to get my armor out of the negative. Gentle alien. Oh, I wanted to catch up with chat. I'll do it after this wave, trust. Sorry, I'm just in such a natural rhythm right now. I'm in the zone, right? I want to take advantage of it. One thing I do dislike about Curious, because he runs 6 different weapons, it's kind of hard to actually level them up. Because you need to find very specific weapons at a very specific level to be able to level up. That's something I dislike about all the characters in general that run different sets of weapons. Glasses. That's just -1 max HP, but I want that still. 12 hearts. 12 HP. Do you think potatoes, they probably wouldn't stay buried if they had arms, though? Well, I mean, those have arms and they came out, so that's a good point. But, I mean, if they were curious enough, they would have just grown arms over the course of evolution. Don't know if you were to get rid of a weapon and it appeared again later in the run, does it still maintain its minus status? No. Because, unlike the passives, which you can't get rid of, if you remove a weapon from your inventory, it's just gone. So, you don't have it anymore. So it also can't give you the penalty. It's only if you're literally holding 2 weapons of the same kind. Doesn't need to be the same level. Like, you can't hold a Shredder 1 and a Shredder 3, for example, and not get the penalty. You'd get the penalty for that. Because you're holding 2 Shredders. The game doesn't look at the level for that. But you need to be holding, too. Like, holding a Shredder now and then selling it and getting another Shredder later would not apply the debuff. Oh, this might be the first one where I don't get to kill the little dudes. There comes a weird time in the lifespan of a Curious run where you don't kill the loot goblins for a few waves and then you just start shredding everything. It appears we have reached that stage. I got one of them. I'm definitely not getting the other. I'm just gonna go for the tree and the mobs. I don't want that. I don't want that either. Definitely want explosion damage. Definitely want that. It's wave 10. We can definitely sit out another wave and let the piggy bank do its thing. And then just buy everything before the horde wave. We can handle wave 10 with 2 explosive weapons. This one's also a bit spammy, but again, double explosives. You know, we're running ranged. It's pretty good time to find Ricochet. So naturally, we're not going to find it this time. I don't think there's a way I'm killing this guy. You can tell we're falling behind a bit in strength here, but that's mainly because I have 1.4 grand in unspent funds that have just been sitting in my inventory. Honestly, I mean, that's what piggy bank comes down to, right? You fall behind the difficulty curve for a while. Like, you take the risk of falling behind for a while. And then at some point you arrive at the next critical wave and you spend everything, and suddenly you just smash the entire game. I didn't get the baby gecko earlier, really? I could have sworn I did. I don't care about Tyler. I would really appreciate the ability to upgrade some of my weapons at this point. That's good. Ooh. Okay. I can't get that anymore now, so we're just gonna have to get it next time. This would be insane against the Horde, though. I'll take the white flag for the bonus, I think. I already have a gentle alien. Actually, I don't think I want that. Oh, if I could have gotten the nuke launcher into this Horde wave, it would have been GG. Like, the way it's played out now, I'm actually still a bit worried about dying here. Also, I can definitely not focus on loot aliens on a Horde wave. If they just happen to die to my explosive stuff, then sure. But I can't go and actively hunt them in a Horde wave. $216 unpicked materials. I'm gonna take a lifetime to get those. No, it's fine. This was okay. Okay, so I did say I wasn't too fond of the revolver. We're gonna sell that to get the nuke launcher. And other than that, I think our play is to save again for 2 more waves. But because we have a nuke launcher now, like we can totally save. I'm not worried about anything for like the next 5 waves. Other than maybe getting another nuke launcher to upgrade this one. Sweet, got both of the loot aliens. With that nuke launcher, I definitely could have picked up all these materials that I couldn't get to on the last wave. That would have been nice. But I mean, I think we're doing pretty well for ourselves at this point, so. It's hard to feel sad about that. Spicy sauce has a plus sign next to it. This is a minus sign next to it. This has attack speed next to it. Sure. Fish hook. Fish hook is just the perfect partner item for the piggy bank. Because you don't want to be buying stuff anyway too much, so you can just hold the good stuff in the shop and try and make it better. I would like, I'm being a bit greedy here, but I would like to have another thing that I want to curse. I wasn't thinking of a fish hook, I was thinking of another weapon, but sure. Big fan of the cursed fish hook too. Okay, one down. And two down. I've seen that turret actually kill a bunch of enemies. I really only took that for the XP boost from Curious, but it's been putting in some work. Nope. Yes. Actually, I don't want to buy a second fishhook. It's gonna be cursed. Decomposing flesh is great on a ranged run. Okay, one more stage of piggy banking, and then before the upcoming elite at wave 15, we're gonna actually spend everything. You can't just spawn 3 loot aliens. I get completely flustered by that game. What? You can't spawn one with 5 seconds left on Curious, dude? There's no way I'm killing that guy. Yes. Yeah, sure. Yes. Wow, can I get all of these? We need a mobile version for Broato. I'm sure I could watch an ad to grab all 4. I'm kidding, we don't need that. I only have 6 range damage. I think I want to beef up my DPS. Okay. It is time. For the elite. Wait, doesn't nuke launcher also scale off of elemental? Maybe I should have taken that. It does. I'm not taking a weird ghost against an elite. Medical turret, sure. Okay, once again, I'm not gonna hard focus any of the loot aliens. Our priority here is gonna be the boss. We do have Bonk Dog now, I guess, which has a chance of locking onto the loot aliens, although it's such low DPS, I doubt it can actually kill them. But it could soften them up for me. Alright, elite down. Time for the looters. Alright, that was a very mellow wave. I gotta say. SD's couch. Nope. Yes. Nope. 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 I'll go for some more speed. I did just decline SD's couch, so obviously I have to get speed now too. Okay. We can do some saving here. Oh. Okay. What do I replace that with? The medical gun, probably. I'm gonna try and curse it. But I'm definitely gonna buy it next wave to have it ready for the mid-boss if it doesn't get cursed. Nope. 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 One sad thing about Curious is that towards the end of the run, you kind of just stop picking up items because you have everything. Okay, minigun did not get cursed notably, but that's okay. It's still a minigun. Oh boy. Let's get a second minigun. Easy boss. This is a very easy boss for my loadout. Then again, everything is very easy for my loadout. My loadout is nuts. Ah! Ui! Okay. Okay. I really don't think that anything at this point is going to give us trouble for the rest of the run. Like, this was honestly a textbook Curious run from start to finish. Like, I'm definitely healing more than 5 per second right now. Nope. 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 Like, I really don't think there's a whole lot of things that could have gone better on this particular run. Everything kind of just fell into place. That's just how it is. I mean, you got those runs sometimes in any roguelike where everything just goes your way, you know? We're not in standing still territory here, mind you. Like, if I just stopped moving, if I just went AFK right now, I would probably still die. And we've definitely had runs where that was different, but as long as I stay attentive, you know, and react to what's happening on the screen, there's a very low likelihood of us dying here, I think. And I think so far I've actually killed every loot alien except for 2, which is always a good sign with Curious. Because again, they get stronger every time you kill one. Tardigrade. Oh, we're only at wave 19. I can try and curse that tardigrade. I don't care about diploma. Wouldn't mind finding like a viable weapon here to try and curse, but sure. If it doesn't want to show up, then I guess I'll be happy with my cursed red minigun. Poor me. Poor me. To be fair, the MVP of this run is probably the nuke launcher, not the minigun, but the minigun is going to be much more useful for the bosses. They make a great duo because the minigun is just pure single target damage. Actually, it's piercing. It's got an AoE element to it, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like it picks a character, it deals a shitload of damage to it, and then the nuke launcher just attacks in a really big area of effect. That's just how it goes. Covering all ends. I didn't kill the dude there. That was sad. I kind of forgot about him. Okay, it didn't get cursed. Unfortunate. Level 3 laser gun. Nice. Ooh. That's gotta be better than one of these. Probably better than the shredder. I really don't need a bandana at this point, even though it's really good with the nuke launcher, but I think... I mean, I'm coming up on the boss here. I really just need single target damage right now. Definitely not gonna make the bosses 25% faster. That's a terrible idea. Alright, looks like we're done here. Let me get the world's smallest violin out, please do. It's only appropriate for a man in my situation. Oh, I don't think I'm killing these guys. Actually, maybe I am. Oh yeah, I'm Omega killing these guys. At least one guy. Not sure about Shark. To be fair, killing one is usually run one because the danger in this stage comes from both enemies being there, both bosses being there at once. Yeah, that took about half the time of the stage. To be fair, this guy has already taken damage, so just in terms of DPS, I should be able to do this, but yeah, like... Just in terms of TPS, this run could be a lot better. We've seen bosses die, like both of them die in like 15 seconds. We had a run yesterday where this final stage didn't even take 10. So there's definitely a whole lot of margin for improvement, but a win's a win, so. Okay. I'm going to take a quick ad break before we switch to Jack, which honestly should be much further up the list. This character's pretty strong. But yeah, quick ad break to put the pre-roll ads back on, and then we're going to be doing more Potati, BRB. All right, here we go again. Leontin, thank you so much for the 11 euros and 56 cents tip. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. What's RON? What currency is that? Also, Leontin is saying, yesterday I dodged the layoffs at my studio, so let's celebrate. Can we get some party emojis in chat? Either YouTube and or Twitch. Or Leontin dodging the layoffs. Happy for you. Let's move back in. We're playing Jack. Streaks at 7. Honestly, like, this is I always say that when I play Jack, but this is a character that I horribly misjudged. He's strong AF. And I honestly should move him up the list. Or Romania, gotcha. I honestly should move him up the list. But I'm keeping him here for my own comfort. You know, it's good to have the occasional happy place. Although my personal happy place involves actually finding at least one more laser gun at some point. There it is. Laser guns are really cheap for how much damage they do. I can keep that in. Okay, 3 laser guns is more than enough at this stage of the game. We could find another 3 next stage, that'd be great. We'll probably be able to buy 2 tops, but buying 2 and then having another one sitting in there would be perfect. Alright, classic Jack. I want harvesting. I want harvesting. I want harvesting. 6 max HP, sure. Ooh, attack speed. The dream? The dream? Yes! Don't care about that. 5 laser guns in hand. Hands. One in shop. Perfect. The Jack run is going our way. Now, there's a lot of margin for things not going your way on Jack. And we're playing Hunter next, so I would actually really appreciate if things could go my way on Hunter. Because that's always kind of a scary one. I played around with Hunter after he killed the last promising looking streak. And I briefly switched to shurikens with him, which are actually a decent weapon. But after a bit of testing, I decided to go back to the crossbows with Hunter. Because ultimately I decided they do work better with his double scaling mechanic. With the way they double scale with his passive, I should say. I think in retrospect, the last Hunter run that we played and lost, I was just way too scared and too careful. Like, you just gotta gear fully towards damage with that guy at the start of the run. You just gotta turn into a DPS machine. Come on. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Ooh. Is that it? Do I win? I might. Pew pew pew. I love laser guns. It's a shame they're so bad on most other characters. At least to start with. Alright, it is time to do piggy bank shenanigans, because we're going to be clearing these waves pretty easily all the way up until 9, probably. If we can get some money out of that piggy bank, that would be pretty neat. Jack deals bonus damage to elites, and that ties in with his... and with that passive ties in the fact that Jack only ever gets elites and never hordes. Jack would actually hate hordes. It's a good thing he doesn't get them. Is Lady Probs happy with her tattoo progress? A lot. She loves it. I'm not taking the bait. That is actually literal bait. It looks super cool too. Like, she found an incredibly skilled artist to do it too. Could use some attack speed. That loot alien at least had the decency to spawn right next to me after spawning so late. We're pretty tanky. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Classic Jack run, honestly. Pick a slow-firing, hard-hitting weapon, and you're gonna have a lot of fun with this character. I started out playing crossbows with this guy when I started this challenge, and chat kind of convinced me of giving laser guns a try, and I haven't gone back since. That being said, like, if you want an alternative, crossbows are very, very good on this character too. Basically anything that fires very slowly. Anything that fires very slowly and deals high amount of damage is great on this guy. Hello! I wanna spend a bit of money here. Because we are getting to the point. Okay, I have to buy that. That's too good not to buy. Well, and that's how quickly a little bit of money turns into a lot of money. The 6 nuke launchers. Nuke launchers are an AoE weapon first and foremost. Jack really doesn't need AoE because he gets way less enemies. Also, nuke launchers, like explosive weapons in general, I feel like do a deceptively little amount of single target damage. Like, their strength comes from the fact that you can hit like 30 enemies at once with them. And then you have 6 of them, so you hit 30 enemies with 6 explosions at once. And that's when they really shine in terms of damage. The game is just a lot easier, it turns out, when all the small fuckers die immediately, you know? Trying to think what wave is up next and if I need more damage for that. I don't think so. I'm gonna greet the piggy bank. I think I'm fine here. We're getting a wave 11 elite too, which I very much prefer. I think I've spoken about wave 12 enough over the last few streams for you to know what my opinion on wave 12 is. And about how it can suck a fat one. Especially when it gets combined with hordes or elites. Go on, die. Die faster. Yo, remember when I greeted that pickup? Probably shouldn't have done that. Alright, I know who's gonna spend everything in this upcoming shop. 23 luck. That's okay. Come on, where's the deeps? There's the deeps. Okay. Now, mid bosses are typically pretty easy for this character, but we did just learn that we have a bit of a fear of crowds. Oh my god, we actually fattened him up to maximum. I can't believe it. Oh my god! The money! Jesus Christ! I am definitely not healing 5 HP per turn here. I'm healing 1 HP every second, so I'm healing 1 HP per second right now because I don't have lifesteal. So taking Torture to quintuple my current healing, as well as never having to worry about healing again, seems pretty good. I mean, it's minus HP regen. Sure. Well, that's just useless now that I've picked up Torture. Sure. Sure. Did I just, like, triple my health on this stage? By the way, I do believe I'm in a good spot to not purchase anything on this store. Pickup range plus 50% is a pretty big buff too. Okay, I love looters, but killing them with Jack is a bit of a problem sometimes. Laser guns are not looter killing weapons. Okay, got him. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Don't think so. Nope. Yes. 20% attack speed. Big fan. I'll take another medical turret. Obliterator. 1000% ranged damage. On a ranged build. Ooh. Ooh, Loot Worm. I was thinking earlier that Loot Worm would be pretty good on this character because he doesn't find a lot of materials, so it's really easy for the Loot Worm to pick all of it. And most of the time when he does find materials, they all spawn in one spot. I don't know, this is just perfect Loot Worm territory, honestly. Like, yeah, look at that. Brother has no problem picking up all the monies. Or most of the monies, rather. Ah! At least when he's not getting distracted by a tree. Goldfish. Nope. Sure. Potati! That might be the first of the streak, to be honest. Good one. Oh my god. I think I want 1 Obliterator and 5 laser guns. Rather than 2 and 4. Chain gun? It's not the greatest for Jack, actually, but still think it's good enough. Yeah, I'd say the chain gun was a pretty good choice. This red is gonna be a banger. Watch. Well. That sure is a bang. Oh my god, and a cursed laser gun. Chat. I think we're winning this game. Think we're winning this run, chat. To be fair, Seashell is definitely not at its best on Jack, where there's less enemies, but it's still only minus 10% damage for the upside, so I figured it must be good. I would definitely be a lot more thrilled about that on like Renegade, but it's still very good. It's possible the run is done. We might win this one, yeah. Frankly, this is one where I could probably just AFK for the last, or for the next few waves, at least the bossless ones, and be fine. Like, it's not just that I have insane amount of DPS either, right? Like, I also have 104 HP. We just got everything on this one. I would have preferred this kind of run on Hunter, though, I must say. Why did I take Lifesteal? I have Torture. On the other hand, does it really matter? Okay, let's do it. AFK for a run. Or, well, not AFK, but I'm gonna take my hands off my controller and only step in an emergency. I'm probably gonna go around and pick up all the leftover materials when the wave is done. But I think it's pretty evident that I don't need to move for this one. Loot Worm is struggling to go to the right side of the map. Somehow stuff keeps spawning in closer proximity on the left. Yeah, there must have been a tree top left now too, with the way you switch directions. Alright, good wave, good wave. Nope. Sure. Ball and chain would be exciting if I didn't pick the chain gun that has 0.056 seconds in cooldown. I could probably keep piggy banking here, like I'm strong enough to actually beat the game with what I have, but... Oh, well. Guess we're piggy banking then. Rip. Alright. Sitting back time again. Infinite run build? Nah, not on Jack. We also don't have anything that scales on its own, so we're still horribly dependent in scaling up by buying stuff and getting upgrades, which is not a good prerequisite for an infinite run. Like, you need to find a way for your stats to go infinite, because otherwise you're just gonna get outscaled. Did I just get hit? Holy shit. Something damaged me. Turns out I am mortal after all. Ashes? Sure. Don't have enough damage yet. Gentle alien. Maybe a bit late, but sure. I don't even know what I want at this point. All my weapons are red. Welcome home, Bob. You came just in time for the end of this ridiculous Jack run. Some runs just have it all, potato version. Okay, will Loot Worm successfully make it into the left half? He will. Good shit. Ah, 30. I mean, we're gonna piggy bank one more time. I just gained 500 gold from that piggy bank, or 500 materials. I don't even need to spend the like 3 grand that I'm gonna have after this stage, but I'm gonna do it, of course. I really need to put Jack further back, to be honest, but I also enjoy playing an OP character once in a while. Jack is ridiculous, and I didn't realize it when I graded these characters. Jack is like easily A+ tier at the very least. He might actually be up there with the easiest characters in the game. I don't think he can realistically be S tier because his enemies deal more damage, which means there's always a chance that you slip up and die in the early game. But A+ seems reasonable. That was just about the best thing I could have found. A silver bullet. Chain gun scales off of that. Don't need hunting trophy. Why do I keep taking health regen? It's just a habit at this point. Like, I just bait for the flex. I'm not gonna do it, but I could have. Probably. If that had been practice, I 100% would have taken the bait. I didn't even get to look at the timer. That was less than 10 seconds, was it? Anyway, good run. Thanks, Jack. All right. Oh, here's the Slayer of the last run. It's getting really cold in here. Let me turn the heating up a bit. Hold up. All right, so I played around a bit, you know, also looked around on Reddit threads to see what people deemed the best hunter stuff, and like most people pretty much agreed it's crossbow. There was actually a guy, and I found that really interesting. There was actually a guy who advocated for hiking poles because they give you range, they scale off of range, right? So there's also like a double scaling bit going on here. But I tried it and I didn't like as much, and at some point I played some shuriken. which actually can work pretty well, but your mid game is kind of ass with shurikens. So I eventually came back to crossbows, and like Hunter is a character that sometimes just dies if you don't find the damage and crowd control. And like the thing that Hunter really fears, which is also exactly what happened to us last time when I lost the run, the thing that Hunter really fears is a wave 11 horde. Like, it's actually so tough for him to deal with. And I just hope we don't get that. We get a wave 11 elite, which is way better than a horde. Way better. Other than that, pretty much what I said. Pretty much what I said like 1 or 2 runs ago. You just want to go hard for damage with this guy early on. And it is a bit uncomfortable because you're going to be at like 14 health, 14, 15 health, 16 health for a really long time. But he needs the deeps. Like, he needs the deeps, he needs the range, and then, you know, you want to get into a situation where enemies just can't get near you. Because you have so much range and damage that everything just gets sniped off before it even gets a chance to damage you. Okay, we definitely are gonna want that loot worm because this character's biggest problem by far is the fact that he doesn't get easy access to economy. And both loot worm and bag are 2 very convenient ways for this character to build economy. Remember, Hunter gets a 100% penalty on harvesting, which means you just cannot gain any harvesting with this character, nor lose it for that matter. But still, the point is the best form of scaling is gone from this character's kit, so need to compensate for it other ways. Actually, to be fair, the best form of scaling is probably Hunting Trophy, and this guy is actually exceptional at using it. But Hunting Trophy is also an uncommon, so it's just kind of hard for it to show up. Ooh, level 2 crossbow. That's neat. That's 3% crit chance. I think we want that, even though we don't care about the melee. Shurikens are just such low base damage. That is true. That's also an issue I had with it. With the Shurikens. Shurikens are much better, though, if you roll that wave 11 horde. That's one thing I will concede for Hunter, is that you're gonna hate those crossbows most likely if you do roll that fabled wave 11 horde. But we didn't, so it's fine. Still, we're gonna want to look for a lot of DPS with this guy. Okay, I am gonna take the 6 max HP here just because it's being offered next to a bunch of stuff that I don't really care about. This character also needs crowd control, like a lot. And your 2 best ways to do that with the crossbows is to either upgrade the crossbows, get crit, and attack speed. But for the most part, you want crit and upgrades, because upgrades add pierce. But the attack speed helps. Attack speed is much more important on a run that has those horde waves that this character hates so much. We don't have them now, so that's pretty decent. But from 9 and onwards, like, waves do still get pretty spammy. So you want to be ready for those. Wave 6 celery tea seems pretty good. We should be able to handle that pretty easily, in fact. Okay, we're getting to the point where I'm willing to think about my HP, especially because our damage is pretty good at this point, and 8 max HP is just too good to say no to this guy, with this guy, because he gets the health penalty as well. You know, if you get the chance to pick up these fat stacks of HP, you kind of just have to. I'm not feeding this guy, there's no way. Okay, as it turns out, I need more Pierce because I'm kind of struggling with this. Okay, economy is coming together at this point. Like, we're doing pretty well. There's more crit for the AoE that I was talking about. Oh, shit. Ooh, big. Don't care about Shard Bullet, because we don't want to get minus 20% piercing damage on weapons that don't have any natural piercing damage debuff. Those 7 crit we picked up after the last wave is going to be huge. Peacock at wave. What's coming up? This was wave 7. Peacock wave 8. That's fine. 10% attack speed. 7 crit. Huge. Another 10% attack speed. Okay, this is all in all going pretty well, I gotta say. These crossbows already have a 70 to 75% crit rate. Which means we're gonna have a really solid amount of AoE. Every one of these bolts has a 75% chance to pierce. And then the level 2s can pierce up to twice on crit. We haven't picked up a whole lot of range, which is sad because that's this guy's best scaling stat. And I think that's also a huge reason for the grief that we're having here. Now, we're not, like, weak. Like, if you think back to wave 5, 6, where I was struggling a bit due to the celery tea, this is actually nice. I'm seeing a notification out of the corner of my... I can't look over. I'm gonna get to you after the wave. But yeah, the main reason we've struggled so far was because of the wave where every enemy had double health. Lakar, thank you so much for the 89 months of support at tier 2. I appreciate at tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you. Range, crit chance. Ooh, huge. Huge. Huge! That's okay. But I can buy that right now. Okay. After that last run that we lost, I don't trust Hunter enough to go hunting spiders here, even though it's Hunter, so he's actually one of the best at killing them. Actually, yeah, that's kind of asinine. I'm gonna go for the next one. I might have to go for the next one because I have trouble getting out of my corner. Oh boy. Instantly hit for 10 by the spider. Amazing. Well done. Well done, streamer man. Why is the loot worm going up there? Dude, look at all these. Okay. Adrenaline. Heal 5 every time you dodge. Also +5 dodge. Armor. Good stuff. 45 range. Huge. 16% attack speed. Oh, huge. Massive. Right before the elite, too. Massive find. How's everyone doing? Doing pretty good. How was your game launch, Lacor? What the hell is the caterpillar thing? It's the loot worm that was added in the last update, the one that added pets. Loot worm is gonna run around and pick up materials for me that will get added into my inventory. And every material he picks up also has a 10% chance of being doubled. He also goes for trees, like he straight up beelines for trees. If a tree spawns, he's gonna start ignoring the materials actually and goes for the tree. But yeah, he's a certified good boy. Yep, game got an update not too long ago that added pets. Oh man. I want to take all. How am I supposed to decide this, dude? They're all so good and there's an elite coming up. Ah! I want to beef myself up for the elite, so I'm going to take the damage. I knew I was getting the crystal, so attack speed was lower on the priority list. But everything else I would have been thrilled to have. Although I would have not said no to 15% attack speed either. Okay, it's this guy. That's great. That is exactly the guy I want to see. Okay, sweet. Honestly, like, Hunter was always one of my comfort characters, right? But it's so easy for your perception to change. I lost one run with him, and suddenly I'm over here shitting my pants about losing another to him. Like, I love this character. I'm such a huge fan of ranged glass cannon characters, and I love playing them, and I think I'm pretty good at them too. But, like, you lose one run and one streak to him, your entire confidence is down the drain, dude. But yeah, we have a very, very good Hunter run on our hands here. And I think we're not too far away from actually just being safe, pretty much. As safe as you can be with this character. Potati! Easy. What a find. Where's my crit rate at? 90? Ooh. So far our demo got good reviews. We even have one hater. That's a good sign. I speak from experience. That's a good sign. Alright, crit rate for the purple crossbows is at 100%, so I think we can slow down on the crit rate now. Sorry, I'm contractually obligated to do the potato battle cry every time I find the potati. Yeah, this is how I like my Hunter runs. Bunch of enemies that die in one hit and have no chance of getting close to me. These guys can all suck on my 33 HP. Don't need a lot of HP when you just kill everything immediately. Eye patch. Yes, good one. Lifesteal. I can go for 15 more luck. Maybe I can find that hunting trophy after all. Barnacle! That's even better than a hunting trophy at this point, I think. Another eye patch. Alien baby. I can probably take all of these, and it's gonna be pretty good. Could need some more range. Like, the funnest part about Hunter is getting to the point where you actually snipe everything from across the map. But we're far away from that. We are very far away from that. Yep. I gotta. We have enough DPS at this point. We can start thinking about just surviving. Let's be real. All right. Elite next wave. After this one, I'm feeling pretty good about an Elite at this point. It's gonna be a classic Hunter Elite fight, in my opinion. What is a classic Hunter Elite fight, you might ask? Well, Elite spawns. Elite is dead in less than 10 seconds. Praise them glass cannon characters. If I stay here, all the materials should be landing in about the same vicinity. Okay, that cursed walrus was terrifying. Come on, loot worm. Eat up. He found a tree. I think he ran towards the tree there for a moment. He's definitely running towards the tree there at the other end of the map. Ah! Just a bit more AoE, maybe a bit more attack speed, but Cauldron is okay. Hey, attack speed. I don't know if it's a good idea to give everything 10% more health. I think it's a bit late for a black flag. That's a very easy boss for Hunter. That was scary. All right, good stuff. Come on, good red. That's pretty good. Definitely want a fruit basket with an extra stomach we just picked up. My crossbows are dealing a casual 150 damage, by the way, on all their crits, which is every hit, because my crit rate is 100%. Casual 150 damage, except against the armored dudes who take 141, but that's enough. No, don't be cursed. Okay. Oh. Sure. Ooh. Okay, don't need sunglasses. That's actually just -1 armor at this point. Not a good proposition. I'm gonna take that because of the fairy mainly. I really don't need that. But it's fun! I want to take it. This build has a distinct lack of cursed crossbows, which would just be the icing on the cake that pushes the run over the edge. Obviously the run is phenomenal, and as long as we keep progressing normally at this point, we're gonna have an easy time winning this. But you always want more, right? You always want the super OP runs. You always want to see the ridiculous stuff. Eight max HP. Hey, a red crossbow. Can I get both? No. I think I want the wisdom now and the red crossbow later. Hey, lure. I can totally kill 2 lure dudes. I'm so strong. Oh, nice dodge. The closest I've come to taking damage in like 10 waves. Alright, boss down. Boss took a bit longer to take down than I would have liked, but... need some more of them silver bullets to increase boss damage. Boxing glove. Nope. I have -3 elemental damage, and I don't have the wombo combo with the ice cube, but I could find the ice cube. And my elemental damage is gonna go to 5. I'll do it. Maybe I find an ice cube. Ooh. Could do some more armor. Thanks. Okay, come on. Ice cube. Ice. Oh! That's even better. Holy balls. You can see that my economy really isn't that great. I never found the fabled hunting trophy for Hunter. So my economy is just really lackluster. Like, I can barely buy one of these beefy things. No, don't kill him. Okay, he's dead. Nice, nice, nice. Uh-oh. That's a bit scary. Never mind. It's good. It was scary for a moment. Shoutouts to the elite on the last stage, which almost damaged me. Oh, this guy hit me for 19. That's like a very marginal amount of concerning. Alright, Radzilla, sure. Mainly for the fairy, 81 range. Don't need a pumpkin because we don't actually have a piercing penalty on this character. Explosive turret. The ice cube, dude! And I can get the cursed crossbow. Oh my god. This just went from a 20-second fight to a... yeah, 10 to 15-second fight, Joe. Like... Don't die. He says after getting hit once. Twice! Holy shit. I declare you worthy challenger. You damaged me twice. Anyway, good run. Hunter down. Moving on to one-armed. What time is it? I haven't made food yet. My girlfriend's probably hungry. Okay, we're gonna do one more run. We're gonna finish one-armed. Actually, what's after one-armed? Hiker. Maybe I end here because one-armed is somewhat easy. Nah, I'm in the zone right now. We're gonna do one-armed. One-armed is another character that I would need to frankly move up the list quite a bit. Because he is very good. To melee? Sure. One-armed has the ability to buy some fun stuff at the start of the run. Because it's so hard for him to level up his weapons anyway, or so rare rather, to go above level 2 in the early game. Because I have to find a level 2 lightning shiv now if I want to upgrade this one. Which means I also need to take a bit of luck, but at the same time the most important stat we want right now is harvesting anyway. Oh, that kind of sucks. I don't want to roll too much here. I'll take armor. Care about that. That's gonna be good because we're gonna be leveling elemental. Bloop, 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 bloop. Ah! That was very necessary. I didn't even come close to getting hit there. I don't know why I panicked, but sometimes it's good to get the good old panic out of the system, you know? Yo, Chad, you want to hear something awesome? I'm making egg fried rice after the stream. I love it. Harvesting. There you go. Okay, grab the sacred sausage. You're telling me an egg fried this rice? Yes, that is what I'm telling you. I need some luck. Remind me, which way is your house again? Just walk 300 steps east when you're there. Ah! Ah! Didn't make it. Elemental damage. Another sacred sausage. Still need some luck and some harvesting. Oh, big. Who needs luck when you can just find the lightning shift too anyway? We made egg and beef fried rice in the rice cooker the other night. One pot fried rice, so easy. I don't own a rice cooker, unfortunately. But I'm a big fan of the good old wok. I cooked some extra rice 2 days ago. So that's been in the fridge for 2 days to get nice and dried out. The way egg fried rice should be. And boy, oh boy, am I excited to fry some rice later. Rice cooker is a must-have. Dude, I've heard so much now. I've heard so often now that a rice cooker makes a massive difference in the quality of your rice. And I've been trying to convince my girlfriend for us to get one. But we do have a bit of problem with the space in our kitchen as well. I need luck. I can lose an elemental damage for that. But yeah, I need to get a rice cooker at some point. You guys feel free to ping my girlfriend on Discord to get us a rice cooker. Really nice tiger one made in Japan. Sweet. I'll take any rice cooker at this point. And there's like really cheap ones that have pretty good reviews as well. Just gotta convince the lady that we absolutely need that, you know. Rice cooker is a game changer. You put it on and then it's kept warm for an hour or so. Super convenient when working from home. Well, I don't have that luxury, but it'll hurt. It makes a huge difference. Hey, look, it's a cube of jelly. I love the cube of jelly personally. Ooh. You know what this run could use? Sif's Relic. Not asking for much here, just a casual rare, you know? But like, I kill so many enemies at the other end of the map that it would just be really convenient if all the money just gets sucked towards me. Alternatively, Loot Worm to help me pick it up. I really don't want to lose 2 harvesting when I'm at 21, exactly 21, which is the cutoff to get 2 harvesting at the end of every wave. Oh, well. Don't want to take that. Oh. Okay, hold up. A level 1 lightning shiv. The lightning bounces once, but it does way more damage. The lightning here bounces 3 times, so we are gonna have like a short-term loss. It deals 15 damage. This one deals 20 melee. No. If this was a level 2, I'd do it. I don't think I can do it with a level 1. Well, that one's not cursed, so that doesn't help either. What, Yum Asia Panda Mini, it takes up hardly any space. Ooh, that did 11. Oh shit. Hold up. I saw the notification. Let me focus on this wave before I run into an enemy like an idiot and die. Don't run into the curse, dude. Oh god, that guy is terrifying. I really hope I don't have to go near that. Oh my god, die! Thank you. use some HP. Dion? Yeah, probably Dion, right? Thank you for the 2.8k bits. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You legend. 8 luck for a bag. I mean, I only need to find 2 chests for this thing to do better than break even already. There's no way I'm not going to find 2 chests for the end of the run, for the rest of the run, right? I think it's a bit late for that scar. I would really like to find my last dagger upgrade. My last dagger upgrade before the elite wave. That would be a game changer. Okay. No spider eggs. It sucks that I only got 8 luck so far. I could really use a bit more luck to increase those odds for getting that purple lightning shift. Fix dodge, sure. Fix max HP, sure. Ooh, huge. Tempting, but not great, I don't think. Okay, we'll have one more shop to find that purple lightning shift. Now, it's not the end of the world if we don't, but it would be really, really nice to upgrade this one. One-armed does have a lot of trouble getting to red weapon rarity. Especially when you're at 8 luck at wave 10. Did I not pick the ice cube yet? I couldn't afford that yet, right? Oh shit. I was wondering why it's not proccing, but... It can't proc if I don't have it, right? Little known gaming facts. Oh boy. I'm just saying this wouldn't be happening with the purple. $229 that I didn't pick up. Even if I find the purple now, I can't afford it. Oh, this is gonna be rough. 31 HP, 14 dodge, 7 armor is nice. No health regen. But my best play is still gonna be to attack the boss. Please don't be a charger. That is not a charger. Okay, that's very good. I'm staying in the corner. Man. Dude, one-armed isn't even a tough character. Dude, come on. 8 luck. Never found a red lightning shiv. Man. Okay. We're gonna start a new streak on the next stream. That's a bummer. That's a big bummer. I didn't want to end the stream on a low note. I really thought one arm was gonna be an easy win. He is most of the time too, but that was probably the best mid boss we could have gotten to. That's the worst part about it. Anyway, I'm gonna be done for now. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And I'm gonna be back tomorrow with more Binding of Isaac. So more crying baby game tomorrow. And I do hope to see you guys then. I'm gonna make some delicious rice. And yeah, see you next time. Bye-bye.